to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the tag 125 light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight, gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front. Let's see if he can do it. He's out in front. I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing. Mercury's going to have one little last go. Gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
You good? Bit of fuel for the way?
Yeah, even a fuel.
Nearly there, you've got it. Nearly there, matey, bring it home.
Yeah, mate, we are in the home straight. Good job.
Well done, guys. Hey. Well done, guys.
Ladies and gents, round of applause for Tim and the team.
Get yourself, mate.
It was a bit of a roller coaster ride, a few ups and a few downs, but we got there in the end, so no, it was good.
All right, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Bloody amazing turnout. Like, I cannot believe how many people are here, to be honest, and it's just, yeah, blew me away. And yeah, as some of these guys have already touched on, that final lap was something special to walk that whole entire lap and bring that home. That was, yeah, something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. Hopefully we do it again next year. But yeah, to be honest, I'm bloody spent. I had a lot more energy before we did the walk, and I said a few more words, but yeah, I honestly just can't thank you enough, and yeah, I appreciate you all coming out. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2026 Heath District Football Netball League vote count for this season. Another fantastic season it has been, and tonight we recognise those who have had outstanding individual seasons as well before we head into the end of the final series. We'd just like to acknowledge we are meeting on Jar Jar Wurrung country tonight, and we respect those elders and pay our respects to those past, present and future. Let's jump into our first count for the night, and it's over to the under 13 netball.
Hi and welcome to the 2026 Heathcote District Football Netball League vote count. My name is Cindy Clarkson and tonight we're starting with the 13 and under votes. Round 1, LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 2 votes, LBU, Marley Bloomfield. 3 votes, LBU, Maya Hink. Elmore versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Macy Masterson. 2 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Chelsea Plim. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Georgia Wings. 2 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes, Huntley, Willow Priest. Leachville Gumbow versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Ayla Nile. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbow, Lily McGilvray. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. Round 2, Leachville Gumbow versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Illyra Pretty. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Dottie Simons. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Frankie Dennis. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reed. 2 votes, Huntley, Bailey Matthews. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Evie Christensen. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Emily Cornetti. 2 votes, White Hills, Charlotte Baker. 3 votes, LBU, Maya Hink. North Bendigo versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Lucinda Ryan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cody Stannard. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Pippa Knight. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, Hassini Balrage. 2 votes, Huntley, Skyra Kane. 3 votes, Huntley, Lila Pellegrino. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, LBU, Chloe McIntyre. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Chloe Laylor. 3 votes, LBU, Emily Cornetti. Colbernabon versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Isabel Hill. 2 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Macy Masterson. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Elmore, Amelia Cowan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Rani Tutupu. And 3 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Maya Hink. 2 votes, Heathcote, James Anderson. 3 votes, LBU, Elsie Stevens. Mount Pleasant versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reed. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Macy Masterson. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ayla Nile. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Emma Dalton. 2 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes, Elmore, Jackson Sayers. Leachville Gumbow versus Huntley. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbow, Lily McGilvray. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbow, Meg Quayle. And 3 votes, Leachville Gumbow, Alani Pretty. Round 5, Colbernabon versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, James Anderson. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Isabel Hill. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Macy Masterson. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sienna Richardson. 2 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reed. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Mackenzie Geary. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Lani Gow. 3 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. LBU versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Frankie Dennis. 2 votes, LBU, Emily Cornetti. And 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Alana Pretty. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Claire Reid. 2 votes, Heathcote, James Anderson. 3 votes, Elmore, Jackson Sayers. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reid. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ayla Nile. Leachville Gumbower versus Colbernabin. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Sophie Keating. 2 votes, Colbernabin, Macy Masterson. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Dottie Simons. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote, Huntley, Bailey Matthews. 2 votes, LBU, Maya Hink. And 3 votes, LBU, Esme Voss. Round 7. North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Lani Goff. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Valimi Titapu. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. 2 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reid. Elmore versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Elmore, Frankie Hay. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Frankie Dennis. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Dottie Simons. Colbernabin versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Willow Priest. 2 votes, Colbernabin, Holly Walsh. 3 votes, Huntley, Bailey Matthews. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote, Heathcote, Bailey Johnson. 2 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes, White Hills, Ivy Fraser. Leachville Gumbower versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Alana Pretty. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Meg Quayle. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Sophie Keating. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Amelia Cowan. 2 votes, Elmore, Emma Dalton. 3 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. LBU versus Colbernabin. 1 vote, LBU, Harriet Giovanni. 2 votes, Colbernabin, Macy Masterson. 3 votes, LBU, Esme Voss. Round 9, Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, James Anderson. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Sage Reid. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. White Hills versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Jessica Russell. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Sophie Keating. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Meg Quayle. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Skyra Kane. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Rani Titapu. And 3 votes, Huntley, Bailey Matthews. Elmore versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Marley Bloomfield. 2 votes, LBU, Maya Hink. 3 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, Ivy Fraser. White Hills. 2 votes, Huntley, Stella Fitzpatrick. 3 votes, Huntley, Kalani Russell. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Sophie Keating. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Frankie Dennis. North Bendigo versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Maya Hink. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Rani Titapo. And 3 votes, LBU, Marley Bloomfield. Colbernabin versus Elmore. 1 vote, Colbernabin, Isabel Hill. 2 votes, Colbernabin, Macy Masterson. 3 votes, Elmore, Frankie Hay. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Maya Curvin. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Meg Quayle. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Dottie Simons. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Evie Christensen. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Chloe Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. LBU versus White Hills. 1 vote, LBU, Heidi Mitchell. 2nd vote was an invalid vote, and 3 votes, White Hills, Ivy Fraser. Colbernabin versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Colburn Abbon, Holly Walsh. 2 votes Colburn Abbon, Macy Masterson. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Ivy Borger. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote Heathcote, Tiana Abler. 2 votes Huntley, Skyra Kane. 3 votes Huntley, Stella Fitzpatrick. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote Marley Bloomfield, LBU. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Sage Reid. 3 votes LBU, Maya Hink. White Hills versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote Colburn Abbon, Ivy Borger. 2 votes Colburn Abbon, Macy Masterson. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Chelsea Plim. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Amelia Cowan. 2 votes North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 3 votes Elmore, Frankie Hay. Round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote LBU, Chloe McIntyre. 2 votes LBU, Maya Hink. 3 votes LBU, Emily Cunetti. Colburn Abbon versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Colburn Abbon, Holly Walsh. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Macy Masterson. Elmore versus White Hills. 1 vote Elmore, Frankie Hay. 2 votes White Hills, Jordan Neto. 3 votes Elmore, Jackson Sayers. Huntley versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Huntley, Skyra Kane. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Meg Quayle. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Frankie Dennis. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. 2 votes Elmore, Frankie Hay. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Aileen Nile. Heathcote versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote Heathcote, Bailey Johnson. 2 votes Colburn Abbon, Evelyn Wilkinson. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Pippa Knight. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Rani Titapo. 2 votes Jordan Neto, White Hills. And 3 votes North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote LBU, Maya Hink. 2 votes LBU, Chloe McIntyre. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Frankie Dennis. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote Elmore, Frankie Hay. 2 votes Heathcote, Abby Johnson. 3 votes Elmore, Sarah Sathiamoratha. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Sienna Richardson. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Chloe Laylaw. Colburn Abbon versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Colburn Abbon, Ivy Borger. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Sophie Keating. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Macy Masterson. LBU versus Huntley. 1 vote LBU, Emily Cunetti. 2 votes LBU, Heidi Mitchell. 3 votes LBU, Maya Hink. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Heathcote, Willow Anderson. 2 votes North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 3 votes North Bendigo, Rani Tutapu. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Evie Christensen. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Sage Reid. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. Leachville Gumbauer versus Elmore. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Jazz Spittle. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Alana Pretty. And 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lily McGill-Ray. Huntley versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote Colburn Abbon, Holly Walsh. 2 votes Colburn Abbon, Chelsea Plim. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Macy Masterson. Round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote White Hills, Ivy Fraser. 2 votes White Hills, Mackenzie Geary. 2 votes White Hills, Jordan Neto. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Sophie Keating. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Frankie Dennis. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Meg Quayle. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Bailey Matthews. 2 votes Elmore, Sarah Satamorthe. And 3 votes Elmore, Amelia Cowan. Colburn Abbon versus LBU. 1 vote LBU, Marley Bloomfield. 2 votes LBU, Maya Hink. 3 votes Colburn Abbon, Ivy Borger. Round 18, final round for the season. Leachville Gumbauer versus White Hills. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Meg Quayle. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Dottie Simons. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Ilana Pretty. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Heathcote, Charlotte Burt. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Ayla Nile. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Remy Comer. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Darcy Kinder. North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Lani Goff. And 3 votes North Bendigo, Rani Tutapu. LBU versus Elmore. 1 vote LBU, Emily Kuniti. 2 votes LBU, Elsie Stevens. 3 votes LBU, Marley Bloomfield. Here's a look at our leaderboard. So currently Mount Pleasant on 20 votes, Remy Comer. On 20 votes, White Hills, Jordan Neto. And on 23 votes, Maya Hink from LBU. Which leads us to our 2026 runner-up for 13 and under with 24 votes from Elmore is Frankie Hay. Congratulations, Frankie. And our 2026 best and fairest for 13 and under with 28 votes from Colbernabon is Macy Masterson. Congratulations to Macy. Well done to everyone.
(15 and under), round 1. LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote from LBU, Michaela Keel. 2 votes from LBU, Keely Major. 3 votes, LBU, Sadie Laffey. Elmore versus Colbernabon. 1 vote from Colbernabon, Audrey McFadden. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Bridie Anderson. 3 votes, Elmore, Darcy Acox. White Hills versus Huntley. Belle Howes, White Hills. 2 votes from White Hills, Macy Wright. 3 votes, White Hills, Miller Cooney. Leachville Gumbauer versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote from Mount Pleasant, Drew Brown. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Chloe Keating. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jordan Lewis. Round 2, Leachville Gumbauer v Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Katie Angove Lord. 2 votes, Heathcote, Thea Tobin. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Isabella Russell. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Harper Matthews. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Alex Rodder. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Poppy Pete. 2 votes, White Hills, Macy Wright. 3 votes, LBU, Michaela Keel. North Bendigo versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Frankie Ryan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ruby Enright. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Gracie Cox. Round 3, Huntley v Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 2 votes, Heathcote, Thea Tobin. 3 votes, Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Jordan Lewis. 2 votes, LBU, Hayley Christensen. 3 votes, LBU, Keely Major. Colbernabon versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Bridie Anderson. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Audrey McFadden. 3 votes, White Hills, Ava Christensen. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Elmore, Lucy O'Sullivan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Abby Smith. 3 votes, Elmore, Darcy Acox. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 2 votes, LBU, Michaela Keeley. 3 votes, LBU, Keely Major. Mount Pleasant versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Audrey McFadden. 2 votes, Mounts, Alex Rodder. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Hayley Armfield. 2 votes, White Hills, Ellie Beasley. 3 votes, White Hills, Miller Cooney. Leachville Gumbauer versus Huntley. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Lily McGilvray. 2 votes, Huntley, Sahari Alford. 3 votes, Huntley, Layla Hammer. Round 5, Colbernabon, Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. 2 votes Audrey McFadden, Colbinoven. 3 votes Heathcote, Thea Tobin. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 2 votes Elmore, Ali McCallum. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Ellie Beasley. 2 votes North Bendigo, Ruby Enright. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. LBU versus Leachville Gumballa. 1 vote Leachville Gumballa, Isabella Russell. 2 votes LBU, Keely Major. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Lucy O'Sullivan. 2 votes Heathcote, Victoria Pease. 3 votes Elmore, Ali McCallum. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Willow Della. Leachville Gumballa versus Colbinoven. 1 vote Colbinoven, Chelsea Plim. 2 votes Colbinoven, Madison West. 3 votes Colbinoven, Audrey McFadden. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote Sadie Laffey, LBU. 2 votes LBU, Keely Major. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. 2 votes North Bendigo, Lily Webb. 3 votes Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. White Hills v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. 2 votes White Hills, Belle Howes. 3 votes White Hills, Macy Wright. Elmore v Leachville Gumballa. 1 vote Leachville Gumballa, Isabella Russell. 2 votes Elmore, Ali McCallum. 3 votes Elmore, Lola Mifsud. Colbinoven v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Riley McInerney. 2 votes Colbinoven, Frankie Ryan. 3 votes Colbinoven, Matilda Godden. Round 8, Heathcote v White Hills. 1 vote Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 2 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. 3 votes White Hills, Macy Wright. Leachville Gumballa versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Leachville Gumballa, Chloe Hawken. 2 votes Leachville Gumballa, Eliza Elliott. 3 votes North Bendigo, Ruby Enright. Huntley v Elmore. 1 vote Huntley, Riley McInerney. 2 votes Elmore, Darcy Acox. 3 votes Huntley, Sahari Alford. LBU versus Colbinoven. 1 vote LBU, Lottie Newth. 2 votes Colbinoven, Audrey McFadden. 3 votes LBU, Keely Major. Round 9, Mount Pleasant v Heathcote. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. 2 votes Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 3 votes Heathcote, Thea Tobin. White Hills v Leachville Gumballa. 1 vote Chloe Keating, Leachville Gumballa. 2 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. 3 votes White Hills, Belle Howes. North Bendigo v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Sahari Alford. 2 votes North Bendigo, Lily Webb. 3 votes Huntley, Riley McInerney. Elmore v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Sadie Laffey. 2 votes Elmore, Darcy Acox. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. Round 10, Huntley v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Ava Christensen. 2 votes White Hills, Belle Howes. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. Mount Pleasant v Leachville Gumballa. 1 vote Leachville Gumballa, Chloe Keating. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Alex Rodder. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Willow Della. North Bendigo v LBU. 1 vote North Bendigo, Abby Smith. 2 votes LBU, Poppy Peat. 3 votes LBU, Hayley Christensen. Colbinoven v Elmore. 1 vote Colbinoven, Audrey McFadden. 2 votes Elmore, Hayley Armfield. 3 votes Colbinoven, Bridie Anderson. Round 11, Heathcote v Leachville Gumballa. 1 vote Leachville Gumballa, Lily McGilvray. 2 votes Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. 3 votes Leachville Gumballa, Chloe Keating. Huntley v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Sahari Alford, Huntley. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Willow Della. LBU v White Hills. 1 vote LBU, Keely Major. 2 votes White Hills, Georgia Collar. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. Colburn v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Ruby Enright. 2 votes Colburn, Bridie Anderson. 3 votes Colburn, Audrey McFadden. Round 12. Heathcote v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Harper Matthews. 2 votes Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 3 votes Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. Mount Pleasant v LBU. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. 2 votes LBU, Sadie Laffey. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. White Hills v Colburn. 1 vote Colburn, Frankie Ryan. 2 votes White Hills, Belle Howes. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. North Bendigo v Elmore. 1 vote North Bendigo, Darcy Kinder. 2 votes North Bendigo, Ruby Enright. 3 votes Elmore, Lola Misford. Round 13, LBU v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. 2 votes LBU, Keely Major. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. Colburn v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Colburn, Bridie Anderson. 2 votes Colburn, Frankie Ryan. 3 votes Colburn, Maisie Masterson. Elmore v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Miller Cooney. 2 votes White Hills, Ava Christensen. 3 votes Elmore, Ali McCallum. Huntley v Leachfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Huntley, Sahari Alford. 2 votes Leachfield Gumbauer, Jada Dennis. 3 votes Leachfield Gumbauer, Chloe Keating. Round 14. Mount Pleasant v Elmore. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Alex Rodder. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Greta Pollock. 3 votes Elmore, Ali McCallum. Heathcote v Colburn. 1 vote Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. 2 votes Colburn, Audrey McFadden. 3 votes Colburn, Bridie Anderson. White Hills v North Bendigo. 1 vote Macy Wright, White Hills. 2 votes White Hills, Georgia Collar. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. Leachfield Gumbauer v LBU. 1 vote Leachfield Gumbauer, Jada Dennis. 2 votes LBU, Sadie Laffey. 3 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. Round 15. Elmore v Heathcote. 1 vote Elmore, Ivy Hayes. 2 votes Heathcote, Victoria Pease. 3 votes Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. North Bendigo v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote North Bendigo, Indiana George. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, John Lewis. Colburn v Leachfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Leachfield Gumbauer, Jada Dennis. 2 votes Colburn, Isla Knight. 3 votes Colburn, Audrey McFadden. LBU v Huntley. 1 vote LBU, Lottie Newth. 2 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. 3 votes LBU, Keely Major. Round 16. Heathcote v North Bendigo. 1 vote Heathcote, Lola Anderson. 2 votes North Bendigo, Indiana George. 3 votes Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. Mount Pleasant v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Macy Wright. 2 votes White Hills, Kelsey Bogumil. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. Leachfield Gumbauer v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Frankie Hay. 2 votes Leachfield Gumbauer, Jada Dennis. 3 votes Elmore, Darcy Acox. Huntley v Colburn. 1 vote Colburn, Bridie Anderson. 2 votes Huntley, Riley McInerney. 3 votes Colburn, Audrey McFadden. Round 17. White Hills v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Nellie Tobin. 2 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. 3 votes White Hills, Macy Wright. North Bendigo v Leachfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Isabella Russell, Leachfield Gumbauer. 2 votes North Bendigo, Abby Smith. 3 votes Leachfield Gumbauer, Jada Dennis. Elmore v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Imogen Crimmins. 2 votes Elmore, Darcy Acox. 3 votes Huntley, Riley McInerney. Colburn v LBU. 1 vote Colburn, Audrey McFadden. 2 votes LBU, Michaela Keel. 3 votes LBU, Sadie Laffey. Round 18. Leachfield Gumbauer v White Hills. 1 vote Leachfield Gumbauer, Chloe Keating. 2 votes White Hills, Belle Howes. 3 votes White Hills, Miller Cooney. Heathcote v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 2 votes Heathcote, Lola Anderson. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Willow Della. Huntley v North Bendigo. 1 vote Huntley, Kaylee Windsor. 2 votes North Bendigo, Abby Smith. 3 votes Huntley, Sahari Alford. LBU v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Hayley Armfield. 2 votes LBU, Poppy Pete. 3 votes LBU, Sadie Laffey. And the leaderboard for the 15 and under, on finishing on 17 votes from Heathcote, Hannah Hagan. On 21 votes from LBU, Keely Major. On 24 votes from Colburn Abbon, Audrey McFadden. And the runner-up, congratulations, Michaela Keel from LBU on 28 votes. And the winner of the 15 and under for 2026 from White Hills is Miller Cooney. Congratulations.
So we move on to the under 15 football. So this is the first season that the under 15 football is part of the Heathcote District Football League. So it's definitely my privilege to actually read these votes out. So starting with our under 15 football vote count for 2026, round 1, Leachville Gumbauer versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Harry Ward. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Ryan Strachan. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Rolston. LBU versus Runnymede. 1 vote, LBU, Paddy Kenner. 2 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. 3 votes, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. Round 2, Leachville Gumbauer versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. 2 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. 3 votes, LG, Jax Hare. Mount Pleasant versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Mounts, Darcy Mullen. 2 votes, Runnymede, Finlay Rathjen. 3 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. Round 3, LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, LBU, Cody Cook. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Raiden Baines. 2 votes, LBU, Corey Rowlands. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Mount Pleasant versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Runnymede, Jordan Peters. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. Round 5, Runnymede versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Runnymede, Jordan Peters. 2 votes, Runnymede, Finlay Rathjen. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. LBU versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Zane Toohey. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Rolston. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. Round 6, Leachville Gumbauer versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Bailey Young. 2 votes, Runnymede, Nicholas Wepner. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Rolston. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Paddy Kenner. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, LBU, Cody Cook. Round 7, Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Heathcote, Max Dalla. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Runnymede versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Rolston. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Harry Emerson. Round 8, LBU versus Runnymede. 1 vote, LBU, Paddy Kenner. 2 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. 3 votes, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. Round 9, Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Max Dalla. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Kiefer Haynes.
2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. Round 10, Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Mounts, Max Dooley. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jimmy Curvin. Runnymede versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Hayden Keel. 2 votes, Runnymede, Nicholas Wepner. 3 votes, LBU, Cody Cook. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Heathcote, Isaac Pinata Cook. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Runnymede versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Runnymede, Nicholas Wepner. 2 votes, Mounts, Max Dooley. 3 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. Round 12, Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote, Mounts, Harry Ward. 2 votes, LBU, Cody Isherwood. 3 votes, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. Heathcote versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Runnymede, Patrick Ingram. 2 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. 3 votes, Runnymede, Finlay Rathjen. Round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. 2 votes, Heathcote, Isaac Pinata Cook. 3 votes, LBU, Hayden Keel. Leachville Gumbauer versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Harry Dooley. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. Round 14, Heathcote versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Runnymede, Nicholas Wepner. 2 votes, Heathcote, Max Della. 3 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Ralston. 2 votes, LBU, Cody Cook. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. Round 15, Runnymede versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Runnymede, Nicholas Wepner. 2 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. 3 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, LBU, Cody Cook. 2 votes, Mounts, Harry Ward. 3 votes, LBU, Paddy Kenner. Round 16, Leachville Gumbauer versus Runnymede. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Hugh Ralston. 3 votes, also from Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Harry Ward. 2 votes, Heathcote, Isaac Pinata Cook. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Round 17, Leachville Gumbauer versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Tarkin Langdon. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Bailey Young. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Runnymede versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Cody Cook. 2 votes, Runnymede, Zachary Froon. 3 votes, LBU, Kiefer Haynes. Round 18, Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Heathcote, Max Della. 2 votes, Mounts, Charlie Torr. 3 votes, Heathcote, Tristan Foster. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Cody Cook. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jax Hare. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Thomas Gretgrix. So the leaderboard, we have from LBU on 17 votes is Kiefer Haynes. On 18 votes from Mounts, we have Harry Ward. From 19 votes from Runnymede, we have Zachary Froon. And our runner-up for 2026 on 21 votes from Leachville Gumbauer is Jax Hare. And congratulations to our first winner of the Jed McCormick Medal for 2026 in the under 15 football on 30 votes from Heathcote is Tristan Foster. Well done, Tristan.
Our next netball grade, we're moving on to the 17 and under. Round 1, LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, LBU, Ivy Giovanni. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cortex George. 3 votes, LBU, Eleanor Fry-Smith. Elmore versus Colburn Abbon. Colburn Abbon, 1 vote, Lynette Mountjoy. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Evie Rawdon. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, White Hills, Imogen Frost-Thomas. 2 votes, White Hills, Summer McConnell. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Leachville Gumbau versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Daisy Costello. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Chelsea Angove Lord. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. Round 2, Leachville Gumbauer versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Bonnie Flynn. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Elira Edgar. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Eliza Brown. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Frankie Archer. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. 2 votes, LBU, Sophie Jardin. 3 votes, White Hills, Ruby Wallace. North Bendigo versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Tessa Maple Worley. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Logan Sparks. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Bonnie Flynn. 2 votes, Huntley, Malia Alford. 3 votes, Huntley, Ruby Morris. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. 2 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. Colburn Abbon versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. 2 votes, White Hills, Zoe Reynolds. 3 votes, White Hills, Elise Collar. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Elmore, Ava Irwin. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cortex George. 3 votes, Elmore, Amika White. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Ivy Giovanni. 2 votes, LBU, Sophie Jardine. 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Mount Pleasant versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, White Hills, Alice Collar. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Leachville Gumbauer versus Huntley. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Elira Edgar. 2 votes, Huntley, Ruby Morris. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Piper Hooper Higgs. Round 5, Colburn Abbon versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Bonnie Flynn. 2 votes, Heathcote, Emma Wanny. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Elmore, Amika White. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Alice Collar. 2 votes, White Hills, Imogen Frost-Thomas. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. LBU versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Elira Edgar. 2 votes, LBU, Candice Major. 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote, Heathcote, Bonnie Flynn. 2 votes, Heathcote, Annabelle Johnson. 3 votes, Elmore, Amika White. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Lucy Pollock. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. Leachville Gumbauer versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Lucy Gretrich. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Olivia Pretty. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Kira Mitchell. 2 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. 3 votes, LBU, Candice Major. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Cortex George. 2 votes, Emma Wanny, Heathcote. 3 votes, Heathcote, Elise Pringle. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, White Hills, Ruby Wallace. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. Elmore versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Olivia Pretty, Leachville Gumbauer. 2 votes, Elmore, Lexi McKenzie. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Yalira Edgar. Colburn Abbon versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Ruby Morrish. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, Macy Ryan. 3 votes, Huntley, Malia Alford. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Ruby Wallace. 2 votes, Heathcote, Annabelle Johnson. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Leachville Gumbauer versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Sadie Curvin. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cortex George. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Alira Edgar. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Ava Irwin. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, Elmore, Marnie Cowan. LBU versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Lily Withy. 2 votes, LBU, Sophie Jardine. 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Round 9, Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Daisy Costello. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. White Hills versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Lucy Grettrich. 2 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. 3 votes, White Hills, Layla O'Brien. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Emma Triplett. 2 votes, Huntley, Ruby Moorish. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Tessa Maple Worley. Elmore versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Sophie Jardine. 2 votes, LBU, Ivy Giovanni. 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, Huntley, Sophie Healy. 2 votes, White Hills, Zara Reynolds. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Chelsea Angove Lord. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. North Bendigo versus LBU. 1 vote, Jordan Corp, North Bendigo. 2 votes, LBU, Ivy Giovanni. 3 votes, LBU, Candice Major. Colburn Abbon versus Elmore. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Evie Coghill. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, Elmore, Annie Dalton. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Heathcote, Annabelle Johnson. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Matilda Curvin. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Alira Edgar. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Daisy Costello, Mount Pleasant. 2 votes, Huntley, Sophie Healy. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Madeline Dehan. LBU versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Layla O'Brien. 2 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. 3 votes, White Hills, Zara Reynolds. Colburn Abbon versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Logan Sparks. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cortex George. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Evie Coghill. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote, Heathcote, Emma Wanning. 2 votes, Huntley, Emma Triplett. 3 votes, Heathcote, Bonnie Flynn. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Riley Pollock. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. White Hills versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, White Hills, Alice Collar. 2 votes, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Ava Irwin. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Tessa Maple Worley. And 3 votes, Elmore, Amika White. Up to round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Emma Wanny. 2 votes, LBU, Candice Major. 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Colburn Abbon versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Regan Hay. 2 votes, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Huntley versus Leachville Gumbow. 1 vote, Huntley, Ruby Moorish. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Alira Edgar. 3 votes, Huntley, Malia Alford. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Madeline Dehan. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. Heathcote versus Colbernabin. 1 vote, Heathcote, Laura Forster. 2 votes, Heathcote, Emma Wanny. 3 votes, Colbernabin, Macy Ryan. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, White Hills, Ruby Wallace. 2 votes, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. 3 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. Leachville Gumbower versus LBU. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Alira Edgar. 2 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. 3 votes, LBU, Candice Major. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Lyra Damchef. 2 votes, Elmore, Amika White. 3 votes, Elmore, Annie Dalton. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Pollock. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. Colbernabin versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbower, Olivia Pretty. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Jaden Lowry. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Piper Hooper Higgs. LBU versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Frankie Archer. 2 votes, LBU, Candice Major. 3 votes, LBU, Zali Williams. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Heathcote, Annabelle Johnson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Charlotte Bacon. 3 votes, Heathcote, Laura Foster. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tarly Nile. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. Leachville Gumbower versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Taylor Cowan. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Piper Hooper Higgs. 3 votes, Elmore, Amika White. Huntley versus Colbernabin. 1 vote, Huntley, Sophie Healy. 2 votes, Colbernabin, Macy Ryan. 3 votes, Huntley, Emma Triplett. Second last round, round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, White Hills, Layla O'Brien. 2 votes, White Hills, Poppy Gladstone. 3 votes, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gumbower. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Marley Dram. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Eliza Brown. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbower, Piper Hooper Higgs. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote, Elmore, Annie Dalton. 2 votes, Huntley, Malia Alford. 3 votes, Elmore, Amika White. Colbernabin versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Ivy Giorgigani. 2 votes, LBU, Sophie Jardine. And 3 votes, LBU, Taya Tamblin. Round 18, Leachville Gumbower versus White Hills. No votes awarded due to the game being abandoned. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Heathcote, Lyra Damchef. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Riley Jones. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Marley Dram. 2 votes, Huntley, Malia Alford. 3 votes, Huntley, Frankie Archer. LBU versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Talia Cowan. 2 votes, LBU, Ivy Giorgivani. And 3 votes, LBU, Candice Major. Our 17 and under leaderboard on 24 votes from LBU is Taya Tamblin. Equal 24 votes from Mount Pleasant, Bella Laylor. And on 28 votes from Elmore, Amika White. So our 2026 runner-up 17 and under on 29 votes from Mount Pleasant goes to Tarly Nile. Congratulations, Tarly. And our 2026 best and fairest 17 and under, finishing on 31 votes, goes to Poppy Gladstone. Congratulations, Poppy. 2026 Best and Fairest for the 17 and under. Netball B Reserve 2026 Heathcote District Netball League. Vote count starting round 1. LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote LBU, Caitlin Douglas. 2 votes North Bendigo, Tanner Philby. 3 votes LBU, Kaylee Biggs. Elmore versus Colbernabon. 1 vote Colbernabon, Letitia Mountjoy. 2 votes Elmore, Tegan McCaskey. 3 votes Elmore, Millie Haynes. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Morgan Bibby. 2 votes Huntley, Adele Jeffries. 3 votes Huntley, Melissa Matthews. Leachville Gumbauer versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Matilda Costello, Mount Pleasant. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Cara Thompson. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Imogen Ash. Round 2, Leachville Gumbauer versus Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Ashley Rigg. 2 votes Heathcote, Christy Ashen. 3 votes Heathcote, Nikki Walker. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Brittany Shaddock. 2 votes Huntley, Adele Jeffries. 3 votes Huntley, Jada Alford. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote Ashley Plant, White Hills. 2 votes LBU, Rebecca Dodd. 3 votes LBU, Kaylee Biggs. North Bendigo versus Colbernabon. 1 vote North Bendigo, Amber Goodman. 2 votes North Bendigo, Macy Giddings. 3 votes North Bendigo, Olivia Both. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Christy Ashen. 2 votes Huntley, Kira Cowling. 2 votes Huntley, Amani Davis. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Eva Mullin. 2 votes LBU, Carly James. 3 votes LBU, Kaylee Biggs. Colbernabon versus White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Piper Nelly. 2 votes White Hills, Ava Broderick. 3 votes White Hills, Tanisha Murley. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Elmore, Tegan McCaskey. 2 votes North Bendigo, Tanner Philby. 3 votes North Bendigo, Alicia Jobling. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote Heathcote, Tara Sheridan. 2 votes LBU, Rebecca Dodd. 3 votes LBU, Kaylee Biggs. Mount Pleasant versus Colbernabon. 1 vote Colbernabon, Monica Ingram. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Claire Dunstan. 3 votes Lucy Wilkinson, Mount Pleasant. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Millie Haynes. 2 votes White Hills, Ashley Plant. 3 votes White Hills, Tanisha Murley. Leachville Gumbauer versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Adele Jeffries. 2 votes Huntley, Jada Alford. 3 votes Huntley, Brittany Shaddock. Round 5, Colbernabon versus Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Sophie Clem. 2 votes Colbernabon, Maddie Pearce. 3 votes Heathcote, Nikki Walker. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Elmore, Tegan McCaskey. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Matilda Costello. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Emily McCook. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote North Bendigo, Macy Giddings. 2 votes White Hills, Ashley Plant. 3 votes White Hills, Reese Geeds. LBU versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote LBU, Carly James. 2 votes LBU, Rebecca Dodd. 3 votes LBU, Audrey Giogani. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Tegan McCaskey. 2 votes Heathcote, Jacqueline McNutt. 3 votes Heathcote, Nikki Walker. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Olivia Both. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Matilda Costello. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Emily McCook. Leachville Gumbau versus Colbinaban. 1 vote Leachville Gumbau, Stella Elliott. 2 votes Colbinaban, Monica Ingram. 3 votes Colbinaban, Stella Martin. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote Huntley, Adele Jeffries. 2 votes LBU, Caitlin Douglas, and 3 votes Huntley, Morgan Bibby. Round 7. North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote North Bendigo, Turner Philby. 2 votes Heathcote, Georgia Cook. 3 votes North Bendigo, Olivia Both. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote White Hills, Reese Geddes. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Cara Thompson. 3 votes White Hills, Ashley Plant. Elmore versus Leachville Gumbau. 1 vote Elmore, Amy Pascoe. 2 votes Elmore, Tegan McCaskey. 3 votes Elmore, Millie Haynes. Colbinaban versus Huntley. 1 vote Colbinaban, Monica Ingram. 2 votes Huntley, Kira Cowling. 3 votes Huntley, Alexis White. Round 8. Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote Heathcote, Sophie Clem. 2 votes White Hills, Shelby Googe. 3 votes Heathcote, Nikki Walker. Leachville Gumbau versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Leachville Gumbau, Tilly Cole. 2 votes North Bendigo, Neva Caldis. 3 votes North Bendigo, Olivia Boat. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote Huntley, Renee Brown. 2 votes Elmore, Millie Haynes. 3 votes Huntley, Melissa Matthews. LBU versus Colbinaban. 1 vote Colbinaban, Letitia Mountjoy. 2 votes LBU, Audrey Giorgiani. 3 votes LBU, Caitlin Douglas. Round 9. Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Emily McCook. 2 votes Heathcote, Jacqueline McNutt. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Matilda Costello. White Hills versus Leachville Gumbau. 1 vote White Hills, Piper Nellie. 2 votes White Hills, Kylie Lamb. 3 votes White Hills, Ashley Plant. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Brittany Shaddock. 2 votes North Bendigo, Amber Goodman. 3 votes Huntley, Laura Borden. Elmore versus LBU. 1 vote Elmore, Taylor Griffin. 2 votes LBU, Meg Howlett. 3 votes LBU, Audrey Giorgiani. Round 10. Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Emily McGavock. 2 votes White Hills, Reese Geddes. 3 votes White Hills, Ashley Plant. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gumbau. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Matilda Costello. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Claire Dunstan. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Emily McCook. North Bendigo versus LBU. 1 vote LBU, Rebecca Dodd. 2 votes North Bendigo, Tiana Philby. 3 votes LBU, Audrey Giorgiani. Colbinaban versus Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Charlie Langdon. 2 votes Colbinaban, Stella Martin. 3 votes Elmore, Millie Haynes. Round 11. Heathcote versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Heathcote, Gemma Ashton. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Georgia Sybin. 3 votes Heathcote, Ashley Rigg. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Huntley, Alexis White. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Matilda Costello. 3 votes Huntley, Jada Alford. LBU versus White Hills. 1 vote Shelby Googe, White Hills. 2 votes LBU, Caitlin Douglas. 3 votes White Hills, Piper Nellie. Colbinaban versus White Hills. Colbinaban versus North Bendigo. 1 vote Colbinaban, Macy Ryan. 2 votes North Bendigo, Amber Goodman. And 3 votes North Bendigo, Jessica Pearson. Round 12. Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Jada Alford. 2 votes Heathcote, Nikki Walker. 3 votes Huntley, Alexis White. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote LBU, Kaylee Biggs. 2 votes LBU, Bridie Baker. 3 votes LBU, Caitlin Douglas. White Hills versus Colbinaban. 1 vote White Hills, Kylie Lamb. 2 votes, White Hills, Piper Nelly. 3 votes, White Hills, Reese Geeds. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Charlie Langdon. 2 votes, Elmore, Amy Pascoe. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jessica Pearson. Round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. 2 votes, LBU, Kaylee Biggs. 3 votes, LBU, Caitlin Douglas. Colbernabon versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Letitia Mountjoy. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Imogen Ash. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claire Dunstan. Elmore versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Maddie Hart. 2 votes, Elmore, Amy Pascoe. 3 votes, White Hills, Ava Broderick. Huntley versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Tilly Cole. 2 votes, Huntley, Alexis White. 3 votes, Huntley, Jada Alford. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Millie Haynes. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Emily McCook. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Cara Thompson. Heathcote versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Heathcote, Tara Sheridan. 2 votes, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. 3 votes, Heathcote, Sophie Clem. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Tiana Philby. 2 votes, White Hills, Reese Geddes. 3 votes, White Hills, Ashley Plant. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Rebecca Dodd. 2 votes, LBU, Kaylee Biggs. 3 votes, LBU, Caitlin Douglas. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Jacqueline McNutt. 2 votes, Elmore, Millie Haynes. 3 votes, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Cara Thompson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Crystal Longmuir. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jessica Pearson. Colbernabon versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Stella Martin. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jessie Thompson. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Tilly Cole. LBU versus Huntley. 1 vote, LBU, Georgia Andrew Mills. 2 votes, Huntley, Renee Brown. And 3 votes, LBU, Caitlin Douglas. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Heathcote, Sophie Clem. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Tiana Philby. 3 votes, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Imogen Frost Thomas. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Cara Thompson. 3 votes, White Hills, Ava Broderick. Leachville Gumbauer versus Elmore. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Georgia Sybin. 2 votes, Elmore, Jessica Spence. And 3 votes, Elmore, Millie Haynes. Huntley versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Huntley, Madison Kennedy. 2 votes, Huntley, Kira Cowling. 3 votes, Huntley, Adele Jeffries. Up to round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, White Hills, Ava Broderick. 2 votes, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. 3 votes, White Hills, Ashley Plant. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jessica Pearson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Alicia Jobling. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Amber Goodman. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote, Taylor Griffin from Elmore. 2 votes, Huntley, Adele Jeffries. 3 votes, Huntley, Kira Cowling. Colbernabon versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Bridie Baker. 2 votes, LBU, Caitlin Douglas. 3 votes, LBU, Kaylee Biggs. Final round, round 18, Leachville Gumbauer versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Emily McGavock. 2 votes, White Hills, Shelby Googe. 3 votes, White Hills, Ashley Plant. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Heathcote, Ashley Rigg. 2 votes, Heathcote, Nikki Walker. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Imogen Ash. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Huntley, Kira Cowling. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Alicia Jobling. 3 votes, Huntley, Anna Kane. LBU versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Taylor Griffin. 2 votes, LBU, Caitlin Douglas. 3 votes, LBU, Kaylee Biggs. Now, B Reserve leaderboard on 18 votes from Elmore is Millie Haynes. An equal 23 votes from LBU Kaylee Biggs, and from White Hills, Ashley Plant, also on 23 votes. Now 2026 runner-up B Reserve on 24 votes from LBU goes to Caitlin Douglas. Congratulations, Caitlin. And our 2026 Best and Fairest for B Reserve on 27 votes from Heathcote is Nikki Walker. Congratulations to Nikki.
B grade, round 1, LBU v North Bendigo. 1 vote LBU, Jessica Stewart. 2 votes North Bendigo, L Sanders. 3 votes North Bendigo, Emma Cravino. Elmore v Colbinaban, no votes awarded, game abandoned. White Hills v Huntley. 1 vote White Hills, Carly O'Toole. 2 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. Leachville Gumbauer v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Gemma Angove. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Keely Tupper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. Round 2, Leachville Gumbauer v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Chris Millard. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Gemma Angove. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Mount Pleasant v Huntley. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. 2 votes Huntley, Carly Shade. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. White Hills v LBU. 1 vote White Hills, Zoe Shan. 2 votes LBU, Jessica Stewart. 3 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. North Bendigo v Colbinaban. 1 vote Colbinaban, Olivia McCartney. 2 votes North Bendigo, Emma Cravino. 3 votes Colbinaban, Phoebe Marr. Round 3, Huntley v Heathcote. 1 vote Huntley, Carly Shade. 2 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. 3 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. LBU v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Meg Wurgis. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgia Hold on. Do I just read that again? I'll go again. LBU v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Meg Wurgis. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgina Dorrington. Colbinaban v White Hills. 1 vote Colbinaban, Emma Milne. 2 votes White Hills, Eliza O'Brien. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. Elmore v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Jessica Pearson. 2 votes Elmore, Ashley Peebles. 3 votes Elmore, Holly Hildebrand. Round 4, Heathcote v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Georgia Redwood. 2 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. 3 votes Heathcote, Tori Cunningham. Mount Pleasant v Colbinaban. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Chloe Han. 2 votes Colbinaban, Meg Hill. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Keely Tupper. White Hills v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Patria Frank. 2 votes White Hills, Sarah Bibby. 3 votes White Hills, Zoe Sheehan. Leachville Gumbauer v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Chloe Judge. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Gemma Angove. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Round 5, Colbinaban Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Molly Cox. 2 votes Colbinaban, Olivia McCartney. 3 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. Elmore v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Maddie Hartley. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Keely Tupper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. North Bendigo v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Bronte Bowles. 2 votes White Hills, Eliza O'Brien. 3 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. LBU v Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Gemma Angove. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Hannah Donahue. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Round 6, Heathcote v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Emily Jones. 2 votes Heathcote, Tori Cunningham. 3 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. Mount Pleasant v North Bendigo. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. 2 votes North Bendigo, Paige Hickey. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Madeline Nile. Leachville Gumbauer v Colbinaban. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. 2 votes Colbinaban, Emma Milne. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Hannah Donahue. Huntley v LBU. 1 vote Huntley, Laura Gillespie. 2 votes Huntley, Carly Shade. 3 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. Round 7. North Bendigo v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Tallulah Kennelly. 2 votes North Bendigo, Phoebe Bett. 3 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. White Hills v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote White Hills, Zoe Sheehan. 2 votes White Hills, Eliza O'Brien. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. Elmore v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Leitchfield Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. 2 votes Elmore, Tess Laird. 3 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Sarah Quinn. Colbinaban v Huntley. 1 vote Colbinaban, Michaela Cornish. 2 votes Huntley, Simone Corboy. 3 votes Huntley, Laura Gillespie. Round 8. Heathcote v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Sarah Bibby. 2 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. Leitchfield Gumbauer v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Phoebe Bett. 2 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Gemma Angrove. 3 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Huntley v Elmore. 1 vote Huntley, Kira Tiuma. 2 votes Huntley, Simone Corboy. 3 votes Huntley, Carly Shade. LBU v Colbinaban. 1 vote LBU, Jessica Stewart. 2 votes Colbinaban, Meg Hill. 3 votes Colbinaban, Lucy White. Round 9. Mount Pleasant v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Elise Billings. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. 3 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. White Hills v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote White Hills, Eliza O'Brien. 2 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. 3 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. North Bendigo v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Lauren Campbell. 2 votes North Bendigo, Georgia Moon. 3 votes Huntley, Laura Gillespie. Elmore v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Beth Howlett. 2 votes Elmore, Emily Jones. 3 votes Elmore, Holly Hildebrandt. Round 10. Huntley v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Eliza O'Brien. 2 votes White Hills, Zoe Shan. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. Mount Pleasant v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Keely Topper. 2 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Meg Bowman. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Madeline Nile. North Bendigo v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Maya Pollock. 2 votes North Bendigo, Olivia Both. 3 votes North Bendigo, Briona Giddings. Colbinaban v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Holly Hildebrandt. 2 votes Elmore, Patria Frank. 3 votes Colbinaban, Megan Fuller. Round 11. Heathcote v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Heathcote, Sophie Monkley. 2 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. 3 votes Heathcote, Molly Cox. Huntley v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Maddie Hartley. 2 votes Huntley, Carly Shade. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Sarah Manis. LBU v White Hills. 1 vote LBU, Jessica Stewart. 2 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. 3 votes White Hills, Sarah Bibby. Colbinaban v North Bendigo. 1 vote Colbinaban, Emma Milne. 2 votes Colbinaban, Olivia McCartney. 3 votes North Bendigo, Olivia Both. Round 12. Heathcote v Huntley. 1 vote Heathcote, Molly Cox. 2 votes Huntley, Laura Gillespie. 3 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. Mount Pleasant v LBU. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Maddie Hartley. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Keely Topper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Lara Bish. White Hills v Colbinaban. 1 vote Colbinaban, Megan Fuller. 2 votes White Hills, Zara Reynolds. 3 votes White Hills, Sarah Bibby. North Bendigo v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Ashley Peebles. 2 votes North Bendigo, Deanna Luff. 3 votes North Bendigo, Lana O'Neill. Round 13, LBU v Heathcote. 1 vote LBU, Jessica Stewart. 2 votes Heathcote, Elise Billings. 3 votes Heathcote, Tallulah Kennelly. Colbinaban v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Georgina Dorrington. 2 votes Colbinaban, Meg Hill. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Keely Topper. Elmore v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Zara Reynolds. 2 votes White Hills, Carly O'Toole. 3 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. Huntley v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Huntley, Kira Tiuma. 2 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Meg Bowman. 3 votes Huntley, Laura Gillespie. Round 14. Mount Pleasant v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Holly Hildebrandt. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgina Dorrington. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Sarah Mannis. Heathcote v Colbinaben. 1 vote Heathcote, Chris Mallard. 2 votes Colbinaben, Lucy White. 3 votes Heathcote, Tallulah Kennelly. White Hills v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Deanna Luff. 2 votes White Hills, Carly O'Toole. 3 votes White Hills, Holly Davidson. Leachville Gumbauer v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Beth Howlett. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Megan Dye. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Round 15. Elmore v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Chris Millard. 2 votes Elmore, Holly Hildebrandt. 3 votes Heathcote, Talia Anderson. North Bendigo v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Madeline Nile. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Georgina Dorrington. 3 votes North Bendigo, Briona Giddings. Colbinaben v Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Megan Dye. 2 votes Colbinaben, Megan Fuller. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. LBU v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Chloe Judge. 2 votes LBU, Maya Pollock. 3 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. Round 16. Heathcote v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Deanna Luff. 2 votes Heathcote, Tallulah Kennelly. 3 votes Heathcote, Chris Millard. Mount Pleasant v White Hills. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Chloe Han. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. Leachville Gumbauer v Elmore. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Gemma Angove. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Megan Dye. Huntley v Colbinaben. 1 vote Colbinaben, Lucy White. 2 votes Huntley, Amani Davies. 3 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. Round 17. White Hills v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Chris Millard. 2 votes White Hills, Zoe Shan. 3 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. North Bendigo v Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote North Bendigo, Georgia Moon. 2 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Sarah Quinn. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Katie Pollock. Elmore v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Chloe Judge. 2 votes Huntley, Kira Tiuma. 3 votes Huntley, Taylor Henderson. Colbinaben v LBU. 1 vote Colbinaben, Megan Fuller. 2 votes LBU, Jessica Stewart. 3 votes Colbinaben, Lucy White. Round 18. Leachville Gumbauer v White Hills. 1 vote Leachville Gumbauer, Hannah Donahue. 2 votes White Hills, Bronte Bowles. 3 votes Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Heathcote v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Georgia Watley. 2 votes Heathcote, Tallulah Kennelly. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Sarah Mannis. Huntley v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Taylor Bellasini. 2 votes Huntley, Carly Shade. 3 votes Huntley, Chloe Judge. LBU v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Emily Jones. 2 votes LBU, Kindlin Smith. 3 votes Elmore, Petria Frank. And our leaderboard for the 2026 B grade is on 17 votes from Mount Pleasant, Sarah Mannis. On 19 votes from Huntley, Kira Tiuma. And on 23 votes from White Hills, Bronte Bowles. And congratulations to our runner-up from Heathcote, Chris Millard, and our winner of the B grade 2025 Best and Fairest from Leachville Gumbauer, Lauren Dean. Congratulations.
Okay, it's time now for the David Ralston Medal, the best and fairest in the football grade for the under-18 footballers. Round 1, Lockington Pemorm United versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, LBU, Nicholas Mitchell. 2 votes, LBU, William Walsh. 3 votes, LBU, Jack Alberni. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, White Hills, Jackson Mahood. 2 votes, Huntley, Lucas Wheelhouse. 3 votes, White Hills, Ari Morrissey. Leachville Gumbauer versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Tate Simmons. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Mitchell Lawrence. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tate Gardner. Round 2, Leachville Gunbower versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Lucius Stevens. 2 votes, Heathcote, Seth Abella. 3 votes, Heathcote, Elijah Hurley. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Griffin O'Shea. 2 votes, Huntley, Xavier Marwood. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote, White Hills, Charlie Mortimer. 2 votes, LBU, Noah Fletcher. 3 votes, White Hills, Ari Morrissey. North Bendigo versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Charlie McLean. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ned Howe. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Lucas Sharam. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, Jack Mullane. 2 votes, Huntley, Cash Caldis. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. Lockington Pemorm United versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, James Matthews. 2 votes, LBU, Oscar Palmer. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bailey Holland. Colbinaban versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Declan Cleve. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Charlie McLean. 3 votes, White Hills, Charlie Mortimer. Round 4, Heathcote versus Lockington Pemorm United. 1 vote, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. 2 votes, LBU, Harrison Keel. 3 votes, LBU, Jack Oliver. Mount Pleasant versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sebastian Carter. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Charlie McLean. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tate Gardner. Leachville Gunbower versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Cash Caldis. 2 votes, Huntley, Zane White. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. Round 5, Colbinaban versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Flynn Madron. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Lucas Sharam. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote, Chriswyn Daniel, North Bendigo. 2 votes, White Hills, Harper Fitz-Allen. 3 votes, White Hills, Charlie Mortimer. Lockington Pemorm United versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jax Hare. 2 votes, LBU, William Walsh. 3 votes, LBU, Oscar Palmer. Round 6, Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Mitchell Lawrence. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tate Gardner. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, James Matthews. Leachville Gunbower versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Elliot Ryan. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Tate Simmons. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Charlie Hauser. Huntley versus Lockington Pemorm United. 1 vote, Huntley, Lucas Wheelhouse. 2 votes, LBU, Oscar Palmer. 3 votes, LBU, Campbell Keel. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ned Howe. 2 votes, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. 3 votes, Heathcote, Brodie Carlyon. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, White Hills, Brogan Smith. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tate Gardner. 3 votes, White Hills, Ari Morrissey. Colbinaban versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Xavier Marwood. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Charlie McLean. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Jackson Morgan. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote, Heathcote, Elijah Hurley. 2 votes, White Hills, Nathan Finch. 3 votes, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. Leachville Gunbower versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Harvey Jackman. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, William Bennett. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Zach Hink. Lockington Pemorm United versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Charlie McLean. 2 votes, LBU, Noah Fletcher. 3 votes, LBU, Harrison Keel. Round 9, Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, James Matthews. 2 votes, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Griffin O'Shea. White Hills versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Tate Simmons. 2 votes, White Hills, Archer Weeks. 3 votes, White Hills, Ari Morrissey. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Reese Fahey. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ned Howe. 3 votes, Huntley, Lucas Wheelhouse. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Lucas Rice. 2 votes, White Hills, Ari Morrissey. 3 votes, White Hills, Archer Weeks. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jax Hare. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Edward Harrop. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Miller. North Bendigo versus Lockington Beaumont United. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Zach Hink. 2 votes, LBU, Jack Alberni. 3 votes, LBU, Noah Fletcher. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Lucius Stevens. 2 votes, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. 3 votes, Heathcote, Walter Butler. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Huntley, Lucas Wheelhouse. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, James Matthews. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Sonny Clough. Lockington Beaumont United versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Archer Weeks. 2 votes, LBU, Oscar Palmer. 3 votes, White Hills, Declan Cleve. Colbernabon versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Lucas Sharam. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Mitch Munro. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Charlie McLean. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Zethan Jensen. 2 votes, Heathcote, Elijah Hurley. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. Mount Pleasant versus Lockington Beaumont United. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Mitchell Lawrence. 2 votes, LBU, Nicholas Mitchell. 3 votes, LBU, Noah Fletcher. White Hills versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Charlie McLean. 2 votes, White Hills, Charlie Mortimer. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Lucas Sharam. Round 13, Lockington Beaumont United versus Heathcote. 1 vote, LBU, Noah Fletcher. 2 votes, LBU, James Brentnell. 3 votes, LBU, Nicholas Mitchell. Colbernabon versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Sonny Clough. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Caleb Hodgkiss. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Tate Gardner. Huntley versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jasper Hare. 2 votes, Huntley, Hudson Archer. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. Round 14, Heathcote versus Colbernabon. 1 vote, Colbernabon, Lucas Sharam. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Charlie McLean. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Henry O'Callaghan. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, White Hills, Declan Cleve. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Zach Hink. 3 votes, White Hills, Harper Fitzallen. Leachville Gunbower versus Lockington Beaumont United. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Tate Simmons. 2 votes, LBU, Noah Fletcher. 3 votes, LBU, James Brentnell. Round 15, North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Cade McKay. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Joseph Buchanan. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Miller. Colbernabon versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jax Hare. 2 votes, Colbernabon, Henry O'Callaghan. 3 votes, Colbernabon, Jackson Morgan. Lockington Beaumont United versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Jack Mullane. 2 votes, LBU, Campbell Keel. 3 votes, LBU, Nicholas Mitchell. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Heathcote, Walter Butler. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Zach Hink. 3 votes, Heathcote, Jack Mifsud. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Archer Weeks. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Joseph Buchanan. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Miller. Huntley versus Colbernabban. 1 vote, Colbernabban, Charlie McLean. 2 votes, Huntley, Cash Caldis. 3 votes, Huntley, Caleb Pellegrino. Round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, White Hills, Isaiah O'Meara. 2 votes, White Hills, Liam Cummings. 3 votes, White Hills, Archer Weeks. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Tate Simmons. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Fergus McGilvray. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ned Howe. Colbernabban versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Nicholas Mitchell. 2 votes, Colbernabban, Lucas Sharam. 3 votes, LBU, Harrison Condliffe. And the final round for the David Ralston Medal, the best and fairest in the under-18 football. Leachville Gunbower versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Kobe Nieto. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Jax Hare. 3 votes, White Hills, Charlie Mortimer. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Ben Miller. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Griffin O'Shea. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Sonny Clough. And the final game, Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Zach Hink. 2 votes, Huntley, Kalen Villani. 3 votes, Huntley, Oscar Davies. That concludes the counting of the David Ralston Medal for the best and fairest in the under-18 football. And the leaderboard stands like this. On 14 votes, we have from Heathcote, Jack Mifsud and Ari Morrissey. Our runner-up for the David Ralston Medal in 2026. On 15 votes from the Colbernabban Football Netball Club, Charlie McLean is our runner-up in the David Ralston Medal. And the winner, on 18 votes, the David Ralston medalist for 2026 from Huntley is Caleb Pellegrino. Congratulations to you, Caleb. Well done on obviously an outstanding season. We'll be back with more on the 2026 Heathcote District Football Netball League vote count very shortly.
Okay, we move on to a reserve netball vote count. Round 1, LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, LBU, Casey Stone. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Rebecca Clough. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. Elmore versus Colbernabban. 1 vote, Elmore, Remy Cowan. 2 votes, Colbernabban, Dom Palmer. 3 votes, Colbernabban, Charlotte Ashford Meehan. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. 2 votes, Huntley, Georgia Smith. 3 votes, White Hills, Caitlin McQueen. Leachville Gunbower versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Carly Francis. 2 votes, Mounts, Keely Jones. 3 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. Round 2, Leachville Gunbower versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Pearl Sullivan. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Samantha Ayres. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Carmen Dye. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Mounts, Maisie Harrop. 2 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. 3 votes, Mounts, Carly Francis. White Hills versus LBU. 1 vote, White Hills, Lily Buckingham. 2 votes, White Hills, Caitlin McQueen. 3 votes, White Hills, Saren Enges. North Bendigo versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Rebecca Clough. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Matilda McIntyre. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, Sarah Chalmers. 2 votes, Huntley, Jenna Baker. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, LBU, Emily Mitchell. 2 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. 3 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. Colbinaban versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colbinaban's Aggie Mine. 2 votes, White Hills, Caitlin McQueen. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Michaela Palmer. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simi. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Georgia Kinder. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Casey Stone. 2 votes, Heathcote, Zara Bibby. 3 votes, Heathcote, Anna Dundon. Mount Pleasant versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Nicole McAvoy. 2 votes, Mounts, Maisie Harrop. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Matilda McIntyre. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, White Hills, Cassidy Humphrey. 2 votes, White Hills, Saren Enges. 3 votes, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. Leachville Gumbauer versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Molly Matheson. 2 votes, LG, Carmen Dye. 3 votes, Huntley, Georgia Bell. Round 5, Colbinaban versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Charlotte Ashford Mann. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Nicole McAvoy. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Don Palmer. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Elmore, Remy Cowan. 2 votes, Mounts, Maisie Harrop. 3 votes, Mounts, Carly Francis. North Bendigo versus White Hills. No votes were awarded for this game. LBU versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, LG, Emily Hay. 2 votes, LBU, Kiara Duncan. 3 votes, LG, Samantha Ayres. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Lily Reid. 2 votes, Heathcote, Tegan Sharp. 3 votes, Heathcote, Anna Dundon. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. 2 votes, Mounts, Morgan Watley. 3 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. Leachville Gumbauer versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, LG, Asta Lumsden. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Lily Wareham. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Grace McIntyre. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote, Huntley, Ashley Faulkner. 2 votes, Huntley, Georgia Smith. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Rebecca Clough. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, White Hills, Cassidy Humphrey. 2 votes, White Hills, Saren Enges. 3 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. Elmore versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simi. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Samantha Ayres. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Olivia Preddy. Colbinaban versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Don Palmer. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Caitlin McQueen. 2 votes, White Hills, Cassidy Humphrey. 3 votes, White Hills, Lily Buckingham. Leachville Gumbauer versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Cherie St Clair. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Lily Reid. 2 votes, Huntley, Sarah Chalmers. 3 votes, Huntley, Nikita Matthews.
LBU versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Don Palmer. 2 votes, LBU, Georgia Dudley. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Lily Wareham. Round 9, Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Mounts, Carly Francis. 2 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. 3 votes, Mounts, Maisie Harrop. White Hills versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, White Hills, Cassidy Humphrey. 2 votes, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. 3 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Georgia Kinder. 2 votes, Huntley, Ashley Sherlock. 3 votes, Huntley, Georgia Bell. Elmore versus LBU. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simmy. 2 votes, LBU, Kiara Duncan. 3 votes, LBU, Casey Stone. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, Huntley, Ashley Faulkner. 2 votes, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Mounts, Sophie Smith. 2 votes, Mounts, Carly Francis. 3 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. North Bendigo versus LBU. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Phoebe Bett. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. Colbinaban versus Elmore. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Charlotte Ashford Meehan. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Macy McCaig. 3 votes, Elmore, Lily Reid. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Heathcote, Zara Bibi. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Tia McGregor. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Beck Spratt. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Remy Phillips. 2 votes, Mounts, Sarah Maines. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. LBU versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Sarah Enges. 2 votes, LBU, Casey Stone. 3 votes, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. Colbinaban versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Morgan Hughes. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cherie McClare, St Clair. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Lily Wareham. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote, Heathcote, Georgia Smith. 2 votes, Huntley, Ashley Faulkner. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote, Mounts, Remy Phillips. 2 votes, Mounts, Meg Banfield. 3 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. White Hills versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Nicole McAvoy. 3 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simmy. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. Round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Lauren Wright. 2 votes, LBU, Georgia Dudley. 3 votes, Heathcote, Georgia Smith. Colbinaban versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount, Remy Phillips. 2 votes, Mounts, Carly Francis. 3 votes, Mounts, Ruby Laverso. Elmore versus White Hills. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simmy. 2 votes, Elmore, Hannah Sidebottom. 3 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. Huntley versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Samantha Ayres. 2 votes, Huntley, Georgia Smith. 3 votes, Huntley, Ashley Faulkner. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote, Mount, Sophie Smith. 2 votes, Mounts, Aisling Tupper. 3 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. Heathcote versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbinaban, Michaela Palmer. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Lily Wareham. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Macy McCraig. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Rebecca Clough. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. 3 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. Leachville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Emily Hay. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Zasni Elwood. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Samantha Ayres. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Elmore, Chloe Whitfield. 2 votes, Heathcote, Anna Dundon. 3 votes, Elmore, Paige Simi. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Shari St Clair. 2 votes, Mounts Ruby Laverso. 3 votes, Mounts Maisie Harrop. Cobbonavan versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Cobbonavan, Don Palmer. 2 votes, Cobbonavan, Macy McCaig. 3 votes, Cobbonavan, Nicole McAvoy. LBU versus Huntley. 1 vote, LBU, Remy Christian. 2 votes, Huntley, Georgia Bell. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Natalie Watson. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, Mounts Maisie Harrop. 2 votes, Mounts Ruby Laverso. 3 votes, Mounts Remy Phillips. Leachville Gunbower versus Elmore. 1 vote, Emily Hay, Leachville Gunbower. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Samantha Ayres. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Beck Spratt. Huntley versus Cobbonavan. 1 vote, Cobbonavan, Nicole McAvoy. 2 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. 3 votes, Huntley, Georgia Smith. Round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, White Hills, Ava Ankrum. 2 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. 3 votes, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Natalie Watson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Taylor Foster. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Morgan McClellan. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote, Elmore, Amika White. 2 votes, Huntley, Jenna Baker. 3 votes, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. Cobbonavan versus LBU. 1 vote, Cobbonavan, Nicole McAvoy. 2 votes, Cobbonavan, Michaela Palmer. 3 votes, Cobbonavan, Don Palmer. Round 18, final round. Leachville Gunbower versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Cassidy Humphrey. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Emily Hay. 3 votes, White Hills, Sarah Enges. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Maddie Hartley. 2 votes, Mounts, Meg Banfield. 3 votes, Mounts, Remy Phillips. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Huntley, Samantha Nelson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Rebecca Clough. 3 votes, Huntley, Emily Cosser. LBU versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Paige Simi. 2 votes, Elmore, Hannah Sidebottom. 3 votes, LBU, Remy Christian. And on the completion of the count, our leaderboard shows Ruby Laverso on 21 votes from Mounts and Remy Phillips, 22 votes also from Mounts. And our runners-up from North Bendigo on 23 votes is Taylor Foster. Congratulations, Taylor. And our equal winners on 25 votes is from Huntley, Samantha Nelson, and from White Hills, Sarah Enges. So congratulations to Samantha and Sarah on their Best and Fairest Equal Awards for A Reserve for 2020. Okay, we're moving on to the reserves vote count for the Tom Morgan Medal for 2026. Round 1, LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Senna Marsili. 2 votes, LBU, Kyle Baker. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jimmy Webb. Elmore versus Cobbonavan. 1 vote, Colbo, Samuel Coghlan. 2 votes, Elmore, Michael Baker. 3 votes, Colbo, Joseph Fisk Keeley. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Hunter Connors. 2 votes, White Hills, Harry Shields. 3 votes, Huntley, Ben Daly. Leachville Gunbower versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, John Hogan. 2 votes, Mounts, Nick Edwards. 3 votes, Mounts, Chris Down. Round 2. Leachville Gumbauer versus Heathcote. 1 vote, LG, Matthew Landini. 2 votes, Heathcote, Zachary Brown. 3 votes, Heathcote, Edward McCarthy. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Jackson Fry. 2 votes, Huntley, Harrison Carter. 3 votes, Huntley, Toby Brook. White Hills versus LBU. 2 votes, LBU, Cody Betts. 2 votes, LBU, Jordan Cooper. 3 votes, also from LBU, Kyle Baker. North Bendigo versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Colbo, Dominic Montileone. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Nathan Newland. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Harry McCormick. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, James Barber. 2 votes, Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. 3 votes, also from Huntley, Luke Hegney. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. 2 votes, LBU, Kyle Baker. 3 votes, LBU, Bart Phillips. Colbanaban versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colbo, Hunter Suri. 2 votes, White Hills, Lewis Shivers. 3 votes, Colbo, Dominic Monteleone. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jimmy Webb. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Nathan Newland. 3 votes, also from North Bendigo, Sienna Marsili. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Joel Flemingham. 2 votes, Heathcote, Daniel Butler. 3 votes, LBU, Kyle Edwards. Mount Pleasant versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Colbanaban, Samuel Coughlin. 2 votes, Mounts, Nick Edwards. 3 votes, Mounts, Chris Down. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, White Hills, Cooper May. 2 votes, White Hills, Oliver Edmidston. 3 votes, White Hills, William Malone. Leachville Gumbauer versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Luke Hegney. 2 votes, Huntley, Jackson Fry. 3 votes, also from Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. Round 5, Colbanaban versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Colbo, Angus Ford. 2 votes, Heathcote, Edward McCarthy. 3 votes, Colbo, Matthew Palmer. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Elmore, Max Holmberg. 2 votes, Mounts, Chris Down. 3 votes, Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jack Towers. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Adul Zook. 3 votes, also from North Bendigo, Sam Hancock. LBU versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, LBU, Paul van der Sloes. 2 votes, LBU, Jordan Cooper. 3 votes, also from LBU, Joel Flemingham. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote from Heathcote, Logan Jaroskowski. I know I've just murdered that. 2 votes, Elmore, Lachlan Wilson. 3 votes, Heathcote, Edward McCarthy. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Mounts, Chris Down. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Broden Thompson. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Nathan Newland. Leachville Gumbauer versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Colbo, Matthew Palmer. 2 votes, Colbo, Samuel Coughlin. 3 votes, LG, Riley Godfrey. Huntley versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Henry Perez. 2 votes, Huntley, Jacob Greenwood. 3 votes, Huntley, Lachlan Brook. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Brodie Thompson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Alford. 3 votes, also from North Bendigo, Nathan Newland. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Miller Code. 2 votes, Mounts, Nathan Ross. 3 votes, also from Mounts, Chris Down. Elmore versus Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Riley Godfrey. 2 votes, Elmore, Jack Cairns. 3 votes, Elmore, Braden Sheehan. Colbanaban versus Huntley. 1 vote, Colbo, Samuel Coughlin. 2 votes, Huntley, Jackson Fry. 3 votes, Huntley, Nathan Grace. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. One vote, White Hills, Lewis Shivers. 2 votes, Heathcote, James Pringle. 3 votes, White Hills, Tamba Basher. Leachville Gunbower versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Riley Godfrey. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Noah Philo. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Sam Hancock. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote, Huntley, Jackson Fry. 2 votes, Huntley, Harry Whittle. 3 votes, Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. LBU versus Colbinaban. 1 vote, Colbo, Samuel Coughlin. 2 votes, LBU, Paul van der Sluys. 2 votes, LBU, Toby Coots. Round 9. Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Logan Jarosklawski. 2 votes, Mounts Millicode. 3 votes, Mounts Jacob Hopley. White Hills versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, White Hills, Tambar Basher. 2 votes, White Hills, Lewis Shivers. 3 votes, White Hills, Macaulay Johnson. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Brodie Thompson. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Adul Zook. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Sienna Marsili. Elmore versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Jordan Cooper. 2 votes, LBU, Bart Phillips. 3 votes, LBU, Joel Flemingham. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Jack Monahan. 2 votes, Huntley, Lachlan Brook. 3 votes, Huntley, Harry Whittle. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Mounts, Jesse O'Connell. 2 votes, Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. 3 votes, also from Mounts, Nick Butler. North Bendigo versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Bart Phillips. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Sam Hancock. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jimmy Webb. Cobinavan versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Cody McKenzie. 2 votes, Colbo, Ben McAvoy. 3 votes, Cobo, Will Brown. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, John Hogan. 2 votes, Heathcote, Riley Merkel. 3 votes, Heathcote, Logan Jarosklawski. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. 2 votes, Huntley, Lachlan Brook. 3 votes, Huntley, Lockie Ross. LBU versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, William Malone. 2 votes, White Hills, Harry Shields. 3 votes, LBU, Paul van der Sluys. Colbinavan versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Bailey Wingrave. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Billy Mead. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Noah Philo. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Joshua Hull. 2 votes, Huntley, Lockie Ross. 3 votes, Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. Mount Pleasant versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Vincent Ryan. 2 votes, LBU, Brodie Collins. 3 votes, Mounts, William Bowles. White Hills versus Colbinavan. 1 vote, Colbo, Harrison Lewis. 2 votes, White Hills, Jesse Crawford. 3 votes, White Hills, Mitchell Griffin. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Braden Muley. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Jack Towers. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Brodie Thompson. Round 13, LBU versus Heathcote. 1 vote, LBU, Sam Wolfe. 2 votes, LBU, Bart Phillips. 3 votes, also from LBU, Kyle Baker. Colbinavan versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Colbo, Ned Broadbent. 2 votes, Colwyn, Callan, Mantiviarta. 3 votes, Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. Elmore versus White Hills. 1 vote, Elmore, Matthew Thompson. 2 votes, White Hills, Brock Talbot. 3 votes, Elmore, Bray Mensforth. Huntley versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Huntley, Lachlan Brook. 2 votes, Huntley, Jamison Barber. 3 votes, also from Huntley, Lockie Ross. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote, Mounts, Jesse O'Connell. 2 votes, Mounts, Daniel Dempster. 3 votes, also from Mounts, Hayden Gillingham. Heathcote versus Colbernavon. 1 vote, Colbo, Kurt Lukes. 2 votes, Heathcote, Peter Bolton. 3 votes, Heathcote, Edward McCarthy. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Denzel Cooper. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Brandon Etherton. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Seth Galvin. Leitchville Gumbauer versus LBU. 1 vote, Leitchville Gumbauer, Joe Jenkinson. 2 votes, LBU, Bart Phillips. 3 votes, LBU, Toby Coots. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Braden Muley from Elmore. 2 votes, Heathcote, Peter Bolton. 3 votes, Heathcote, Edward McCarthy. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Seth Galvin. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Brandon Etherton. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Alford. Colbernavon versus Leitchville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Colbernavon, Hugh McMurtry. 2 votes, Leitchville Gumbauer, Zane Martin. 3 votes, Colbo, Samuel Coughlin. LBU versus Huntley. 1 vote, LBU, Bart Phillips. 2 votes, Huntley, Harrison Carter. 3 votes, Huntley, Brad Chalmers. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ryan Alford. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Billy Mead. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Adul Zook. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, Mounts, Jacob Hopley. 2 votes, Mounts, Chris Down. 3 votes, Mounts, Adam Triplett. Leitchville Gumbauer versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Braden Sheehan. 2 votes, Leitchville Gumbauer, John Hogan. 3 votes, Leitchville Gumbauer, Riley Godfrey. Huntley versus Colbernavon. 1 vote, Colbo, Hugh McMurtry. 2 votes, Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. 3 votes, Huntley, Lachlan Brook. Round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Zachary Brown. 2 votes, White Hills, Jacob Beattie. 3 votes, White Hills, Nick Santas. North Bendigo versus Leitchville Gumbauer. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Nick Swan. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Adul Zook. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Brodie Thompson. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote, Elmore, Bray Mensforth. 2 votes, Huntley, Kyle Nichols. 3 votes, Huntley, Matthew Jeffries. Colbernavon versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Jordan Cooper. 2 votes, Colbo, Samuel Coughlin. 3 votes, LBU, Henry Perez. Round 18, Leitchville Gumbauer versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Mitchell Griffin. 2 votes, Leitchville Gumbauer, Riley Godfrey. 3 votes, White Hills, Jesse Crawford. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mounts, Nick Butler. 2 votes, Mounts, Hugh Gibson. 3 votes, Mounts, Chris Down. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jimmy Webb. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Liam Westerway. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Bailey Wingave. LBU versus Elmore. 1 vote, LBU, Kyle Baker. 2 votes, LBU, Jordan Cooper. And 3 votes, LBU, Henry Perez. So our leaderboard on 13 votes from Mount Pleasant is Hayden Gillingham. 14 votes from Heathcote is Edward McCarthy. And our runners-up for 2026 in the Tom Morgan Medal on 16 votes is Matthew Jeffries from Huntley. And our Tom Morgan medalist for 2026 on 17 votes from Mount Pleasant is Chris Down. Congratulations to you, Chris.
Needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the Tag 125 Light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight, gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front. Let's see if he can do it. He's out in front. I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing. Mercury's going to have one little last go. Gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
Okay, the Esther Cheatley Medal, A grade. Round 1. LBU v North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, McKeely Baber. 2 votes, LBU, Rebecca Eade. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Emily Kinder. Elmore v Colbinaben. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Matilda McIntyre. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Casey Conda. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Grace McIntyre. White Hills v Huntley. 1 vote, White Hills, Ellie Lawton. 2 votes, Huntley, Jessica Hinrichsen. 3 votes, White Hills, Tiani Baxter. Leachfield Gumbauer v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Emmy Banfield. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Kelsey Mead. Round 2. Leachfield Gumbauer v Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachfield Gumbauer, Kate Pearson. 2 votes, Leachfield Gumbauer, Jodie Lake. 3 votes, Heathcote, Brooke Price. Mount Pleasant v Huntley. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Chloe Gray. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Kelsey Mead. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. White Hills v LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Jessie Hardis. 2 votes, White Hills, Tiani Baxter. 3 votes, White Hills, Caitlin Richardson. North Bendigo v Colbinaben. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Taisha Rainsbury. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Casey Conda. Round 3. Huntley v Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, Jessica Hinrichsen. 2 votes, Huntley, Riley Gallagher. 3 votes, Huntley, Jasmine Gallagher. LBU v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, LBU, Jessie Hardis. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Emmy Banfield. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. Colbinaben v White Hills. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Matilda McIntyre. 2 votes, White Hills, Tiani Baxter. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Tamsin Myers. Elmore v North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Rachel Johnson. 2 votes, Elmore, Lily Denhouting. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jeanette Ross. Round 4. Heathcote v LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Rebecca Eade. 2 votes, Heathcote, Brooke Price. 3 votes, Heathcote, Anik Gould. Mount Pleasant v Colbinaben. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Emmy Banfield. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Ella Curlin. White Hills v Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Kelsey Niven. 2 votes, White Hills, Annie Spear. 3 votes, White Hills, Caitlin Richardson. Leachfield Gumbauer v Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Caitlin Henriksen. 2 votes, Leachfield Gumbauer, Kelly Burns. 3 votes, Huntley, Jasmine Gallagher. Round 5. Colbinaben v Heathcote. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Casey Conda. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Ella Curlin. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. Elmore v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. North Bendigo v White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Holly O'Brien. 2 votes, White Hills, Ali Lawton. 3 votes, White Hills, Isabel Aliades. LBU v Leachfield Gumbauer. 1 vote, Leachfield Gumbauer, Jodie Lake. 2 votes, LBU, Jessie Hardis. 3 votes, LBU, Sarah Ogden. Round 6. Heathcote v Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Abby Hormenko. 2 votes, Heathcote, Brooke Price. 3 votes, Elmore, Jessie Milligan. Mount Pleasant v North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jeanette Ross. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. Leitchfield Gumbauer v Colbinabbin. 1 vote Colbinabbin, Matilda McIntyre. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Grace McIntyre. Huntley v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Jessie Hardis. 2 votes Huntley, Marley Easton. 3 votes Huntley, Jasmine Gallagher. Round 7, North Bendigo v Heathcote. 1 vote North Bendigo, Rachel Johnson. 2 votes Heathcote, Jess Peck. 3 votes Heathcote, Brooke Price. White Hills v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote White Hills, Amy West. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. Elmore v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Elmore, Remy Cowan. 2 votes Elmore, Lily Denhouting. 3 votes Elmore, Abby Hay. Colbinabbin v Huntley. 1 vote Colbinabbin, Olivia McAvoy. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Matilda McIntyre. Round 8, Heathcote v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Isabel Eliades. 2 votes White Hills, Ellie Lawton. 3 votes Heathcote, Brooke Price. Leitchfield Gumbauer v North Bendigo. 1 vote Leitchfield Gumbauer, Carmen Dye. 2 votes North Bendigo, Rachel Johnson. 3 votes North Bendigo, Jeanette Ross. Huntley v Elmore. 1 vote Huntley, Adele Barber. 2 votes Huntley, Riley Gallagher. 3 votes Elmore, Sophie Sidebottom. LBU v Colbinabbin. 1 vote Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Matilda McIntyre. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Olivia McAvoy. Round 9, Mount Pleasant v Heathcote. 1 vote Heathcote, Brooke Price. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Emmy Banfield. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. White Hills v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Leitchfield Gumbauer, Carmen Dye. 2 votes White Hills, Cara Gates. 3 votes White Hills, Tiani Baxter. North Bendigo v Huntley. 1 vote North Bendigo, Georgia Kinder. 2 votes Huntley, Riley Gallagher. 3 votes North Bendigo, Jeanette Ross. Elmore v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Jessie Hardis. 2 votes Elmore, Remy Cowan. 3 votes LBU, Sarah Ogden. Round 10, Huntley v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Isabel Eliades. 2 votes Huntley, Jasmine Gallagher. 3 votes White Hills, Ellie Lawton. Mount Pleasant v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Kelsey Mead. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Chloe Gray. North Bendigo v LBU. 1 vote LBU, Sarah Eade. 2 votes North Bendigo, Jeanette Ross. 3 votes North Bendigo, Emily Kinder. Colbinabbin v Elmore. 1 vote Elmore, Lily Reid. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Tamsin Myers. Round 11, Heathcote v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Leitchfield Gumbauer, Jodie Lake. 2 votes Leitchfield Gumbauer, Kelly Burns. 3 votes Heathcote, Brooke Price. Huntley v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Huntley, Taylor Mann. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Chloe Gray. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. LBU v White Hills. 1 vote White Hills, Isabel Eliades. 2 votes LBU, Olivia Watson. 3 votes White Hills, Jessica Davidson. Colbinabbin v North Bendigo. 1 vote North Bendigo, Emily Kinder. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. Round 12, Heathcote v Huntley. 1 vote Huntley, Caitlin Henriksen. 2 votes Heathcote, Brooke Price. 3 votes Huntley, Taylor Mann. Mount Pleasant v LBU. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 3 votes Mount Pleasant, Kelsey Mead. White Hills v Colbinabbin. 1 vote Colbinabbin, Matilda McIntyre. 2 votes Colbinabbin, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. North Bendigo v Elmore. 1 vote North Bendigo, Taisha Rainsbury. 2 votes Elmore, Kelsey Niven. 3 votes Elmore, Lily Denhouting. Round 13, LBU v Heathcote. 1 vote LBU, Stacey Bacon. 2 votes Heathcote, Brooke Price. 3 votes LBU, Rebecca Eade. Colbinabbin v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 2 votes Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. 3 votes Colbinabbin, Ella Curlin. Elmore v White Hills. 1 vote Elmore, Kayla Moon. 2 votes White Hills, Isabella Eliades. 3 votes Elmore, Lily Denhouting. Huntley v Leitchfield Gumbauer. 1 vote Leitchfield Gumbauer, Lucy Palmer. 2 votes Huntley, Jasmine Gallagher. 3 votes Huntley, Taylor Mann. Round 14, Mount Pleasant v Elmore. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. Heathcote v Colbinaben. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Townsend Myers. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Casey Conda. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. White Hills v North Bendigo. 1 vote, White Hills, Ali Lawton. 2 votes, White Hills, Isabel Aliedes. 3 votes, White Hills, Gemma Finning. Leachville Gumbauer v LBU. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Jodie Lake. 2 votes, LBU, Sarah Ogden. 3 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Carmen Dye. Round 15, Elmore v Heathcote. 1 vote, Elmore, Kelsey Niven. 2 votes, Elmore, Ashley Ripper. 3 votes, Elmore, Abby Hormenko. North Bendigo v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Matisse Perez. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Chloe Gray. Colbinaben v Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Al Palmer. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Ella Curlin. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. LBU v Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Jessica Henriksen. 2 votes, LBU, Stacey Bacon. 3 votes, LBU, Jessie Hardis. Round 16, Heathcote v North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Alyssa Hartland. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Georgia Kinder. 3 votes, North Bendigo, McKeely Baber. Mount Pleasant v White Hills. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Kelsey Mead. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Maggie Burke. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Maeve Tupper. Leachville Gumbauer v Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Abby Hormenko. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Ella Galetli. 3 votes, Elmore, Kayla Moon. Huntley v Colbinaben. 1 vote, Huntley, Caitlin Hinrichsen. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Matilda McIntyre. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Casey Conda. Round 17, White Hills v Heathcote. 1 vote, White Hills, Jessica Davidson. 2 votes, White Hills, Ellie Lawton. 3 votes, White Hills, Annie Spear. North Bendigo v Leachville Gumbauer. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Rachel Johnson. 2 votes, Leachville Gumbauer, Jodie Lake. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Courtney Gleeson. Elmore v Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Riley Gallagher. 2 votes, Elmore, Kayla Moon. 3 votes, Elmore, Abby Hermenko. Colbinaben v LBU. 1 vote, Colbinaben, Ali Palmer. 2 votes, Colbinaben, Olivia McAvoy. 3 votes, Colbinaben, Ella Curlin. Round 18. Last one. Leachville Gumbauer v White Hills. 1 vote, Leachville Gumbauer, Lucy Palmer. 2 votes, White Hills, Tiani Baxter. 3 votes, White Hills, Ellie Lawton. Heathcote v Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Chloe Gray. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. 3 votes, Kelsey Mead, Mount Pleasant. Huntley v North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, McKeely Baber. 2 votes, Huntley, Jessica Henriksen. 3 votes, Huntley, Taylor Mann. LBU v Elmore. 1 vote, LBU, Sarah Ogden. 2 votes, LBU, Sarah Eade. 3 votes, Elmore, Remy Cowan. And now to our leaderboard for the Esther Cheatley Medal for 2026. On 16 votes from Mount Pleasant, we have Maeve Tupper. On 21 votes from Heathcote, we have Brooke Price. And on 22 votes from Mount Pleasant, Claudia Collins. And congratulations to our runner-up for 2026, Ella Curlin from Colbinaben on 24 votes. And to our 2026 Esther Cheatley Medal from Colbinaben on 25 votes, Olivia McAvoy. Congratulations.
into the count and see who takes home Sam Cheatley. Hello everyone, we are now at our final count for the evening, the best and fairest in the senior grade of football, the Sam Cheatley medal. Let's get into the count and see who takes home Sam Cheatley for 2026. Round 1, LBU versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, LBU, Tyler Phillips. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. 3 votes, LBU, Marcus Angove. Elmore versus Colbinabbin. 1 vote, Elmore, Jake Dick O'Flaherty. 2 votes, Colbinabbin, Nathan Basile. 3 votes, Elmore, Matthew O'Dwyer. White Hills versus Huntley. 1 vote, White Hills, Jack Lawton. 2 votes, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. 3 votes, White Hills, Tom Conlon. Leachville Gunbower versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Ben Waitman. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Josh Costa. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. Round 2, Leachville Gunbower versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Joby Ward. 2 votes, Heathcote, Dylan Johnston. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Nick Catapan. Mount Pleasant versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jet Nicholas. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. White Hills versus Lockington Bemorm United. 1 vote, White Hills, Mitchell Dole. 2 votes, LBU, Joseph Wolfe. 3 votes, White Hills, Jake Thompson. North Bendigo versus Colbinabbin. 1 vote, Colbinabbin, Jasper McCardle. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Jordan Ford. 3 votes, Colbinabbin, Josh Smithson. Round 3, Huntley versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. 2 votes, Heathcote, Peter Dispenseri. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. LBU versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bryce Hinneberg. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Xavier Carter. Colbinabbin versus White Hills. 1 vote, Colbinabbin, Lane Fitzgerald. 2 votes, White Hills, Kai Sawyer. 3 votes, Colbinabbin, Nathan Basile. Elmore versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Will Bennett. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Riley Pateau. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Round 4, Heathcote versus LBU. 1 vote, LBU, Jack Jansen. 2 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 3 votes, LBU, Tyler Phillips. Mount Pleasant versus Colbinabbin. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Brodie Montague. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Miller. 3 votes, Colbinabbin, Nathan Basile. White Hills versus Elmore. 1 vote, White Hills, Mitchell Dole. 2 votes, White Hills, Doolan Niall. 3 votes, Elmore, Jared Kine. Leachville Gunbower versus Huntley. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Ryan Allen. 2 votes, Huntley, Steve Cann. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Josh Costa. Round 5, Colbinabbin versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Colbinabbin, Nathan Basile. 2 votes, Heathcote, Dylan Johnston. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. Elmore versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Elmore, Lockie Munro. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Brodie Montague. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. North Bendigo versus White Hills. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Aaron Craig. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Jordan Hargraves. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Lockington Bemorm United versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Josh Costa. 2 votes, LBU, Tyler Phillips. 3 votes, LBU, Dyson Heppel. Round 6, Heathcote versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Reese Holmberg. 2 votes, Heathcote, Cody Price. 3 votes, Heathcote, Liam Jarks. Mount Pleasant versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jordan Hargraves. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Leachville Gunbower versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Josh Costa. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, Alex Van Ryswick. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Nathan Basile. Huntley versus Lockington Pemorm United. 1 vote, LBU, Patrick Keel. 2 votes, LBU, Bowden Stone. 3 votes, LBU, Tyler Phillips. Round 7, North Bendigo versus Heathcote. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Dylan Clem. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Cody Riddick. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. White Hills versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, White Hills, Tom Conlon. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Waitman. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Xavier Carter. Elmore versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Elmore, Matt Gilmore. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Nick Catapan. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Blake Dye. Colburn Abbon versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, Jai Khan. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Connor Aldis. Round 8, Heathcote versus White Hills. 1 vote, Heathcote, Huey Freckleton. 2 votes, Heathcote, Callum Birch. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. Leachville Gunbower versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Bailey Kane. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Billy Hawken. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Huntley versus Elmore. 1 vote, Huntley, Steve Cann. 2 votes, Huntley, Sam Dunstan. 3 votes, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. Lockington Pemorm United versus Colburn Abbon. 1 vote, Colburn Abbon, Alex Carr. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, William Ladeau. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Nathan Basile. Round 9, halfway mark of the Sam Cheatley Medal. Mount Pleasant versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Brodie Montague. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. White Hills versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Nick Catapan. 2 votes, White Hills, Doolan Nile. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Ryan Allen. North Bendigo versus Huntley. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Will Gilmore. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Bailey Kane. Elmore versus Lockington Pemorm United. 1 vote, LBU, Nick Smart. 2 votes, Elmore, Reese Holmberg. 3 votes, LBU, Tyler Phillips. Round 10, Huntley versus White Hills. 1 vote, Huntley, Steve Cann. 2 votes, Huntley, Sam Dunstan. 3 votes, Huntley, Darby Walsh. Mount Pleasant versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Alex Wharton. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, William Wallace. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. North Bendigo versus Lockington Pemorm United. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ryan Gillingham. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Jake Dean. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Jordan Ford. Colburn Abbon versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Ashton Sin. 2 votes, Colburn Abbon, Connor Aldis. 3 votes, Colburn Abbon, Alex Van Ryswick. Round 11, Heathcote versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jack Dye. 2 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 3 votes, Heathcote, Jordan Marcroft. Huntley versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Huntley, Jaden Cowling. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. Lockington Pemorm United versus White Hills. 1 vote, LBU, Nick Smart. 2 votes, LBU, Bowden Stone. 3 votes, White Hills, Mitchell Dole. Colburn Abbon versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Harrison Jarvie. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Bailey Kane. Round 12, Heathcote versus Huntley. 1 vote, Heathcote, Joseph Beadle. 2 votes, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. Mount Pleasant versus Lockington Bermorm United. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Joel Wharton. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Brodie Montague. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Bryce Hinneberg. White Hills versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Colbanaban, Alex Carr. 2 votes, White Hills, Tom Conlon. 3 votes, Colbanaban, Jai Khan. North Bendigo versus Elmore. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. 2 votes, Elmore, Ashton Sin. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Riley Pateau. Round 13, Lockington Bermorm United versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Huey Freckleton. 2 votes, Heathcote, Cody Price. 3 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. Colbanaban versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Colbanaban, Isaac Carraher. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Xavier Carter. Elmore versus White Hills. 1 vote, Elmore, Darcy Irwin. 2 votes, Elmore, Matthew O'Dwyer. 3 votes, White Hills, Mitchell Dole. Huntley versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Huntley, Todd Stevenson. 2 votes, Huntley, Sam Dunstan. 3 votes, Huntley, Darby Walsh. Round 14, Mount Pleasant versus Elmore. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Kaylin Smith. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jet Nicholas. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Nathan Kay. Heathcote versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 2 votes, Heathcote, Huey Freckleton. 3 votes, Heathcote, Callum Birch. White Hills versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Jordan Hargraves. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Jordan Ford. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Leachville Gunbower versus Lockington Bermorm United. 1 vote, Leachville Gunbower, Jack Dye. 2 votes, LBU, Tyler Phillips. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Blake Dye. Round 15, Elmore versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 2 votes, Heathcote, Dylan Johnston. 3 votes, Heathcote, Liam Jarks. North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Aaron Craig. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Colbanaban versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, Colbanaban, Jasper McCardle. 2 votes, Colbanaban, Josh Smithson. 3 votes, Colbanaban, Brandon Grenfell. Lockington Bermorm United versus Huntley. 1 vote, LBU, Patrick Keel. 2 votes, Huntley, Darby Walsh. 3 votes, LBU, Bowden Stone. Round 16, Heathcote versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Harrison Jarvie. 2 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. Mount Pleasant versus White Hills. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Alex Wharton. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Ben Waitman. Leachville Gunbower versus Elmore. 1 vote, Elmore, Reese Holmberg. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Austin Windridge. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Josh Costa. Huntley versus Colbanaban. 1 vote, Colbanaban, Connor Aldis. 2 votes, Colbanaban, Alex Van Ryswick. 3 votes, Colbanaban, Dominic Grant. Round 17, White Hills versus Heathcote. 1 vote, Heathcote, Liam Jarks. 2 votes, Heathcote, Stefan Razanak. 3 votes, Heathcote, Dylan Williams. North Bendigo versus Leachville Gunbower. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Ryan Gillingham. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Ryan Hartley. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Bailey Kane. Elmore versus Huntley. 1 vote, Huntley, Darby Walsh. 2 votes, Elmore, Kynan Sharp. 3 votes, Huntley, Nathan Dunstan. Colbinaban versus Lockington Bermorm United. 1 vote, LBU, Tyler Phillips. 2 votes, Colbinaban, Connor Aldis. 3 votes, Colbinaban, Tanner Nally. And that brings us to the final round in the Sam Cheatley Medal for season 2026, round 18. Leachville Gunbower versus White Hills. 1 vote, White Hills, Jake Thompson. 2 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Jack Dye. 3 votes, Leachville Gunbower, Blake Dye. Heathcote versus Mount Pleasant. 1 vote, Mount Pleasant, Joshua Hahn. 2 votes, Mount Pleasant, Jack Hickman. 3 votes, Mount Pleasant, Nathan Kay. Huntley versus North Bendigo. 1 vote, North Bendigo, Bailey Kane. 2 votes, North Bendigo, Nick Waterson. 3 votes, North Bendigo, Cody Riddick. Lockington Bermorm United versus Elmore. 1 vote, Lockington Bermorm United, Bowden Stone. 2 votes, Elmore, Reese Holmberg. And 3 votes, LBU, Jesse Collins. That concludes the counting of the Sam Cheatley Medal for season 2026. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. From Colbinaban on 15 votes, we have Nathan Basile. On 16 votes from Huntley is Nathan Dunstan. In third place on 27 votes, a huge number of votes for a third place getter from Mount Pleasant, we have Jack Hickman. Our runner-up in a fantastic season on 28 votes from Heathcote, Stefan Razanak, which means our winner with an incredible 32 votes for the season, our Sam Cheatley medalist for 2026. Congratulations to the North Bendigo Football Netball Club's midfielder, Ryan Hartley. Well done, Ryan. An outstanding season from the runner-up in Stefan Razanak from Heathcote and also Ryan Hartley from North Bendigo Football Netball Club. I think Ryan joined from Golden Square in season 2024 and has taken on some co-coaching roles as he's moved through with North Bendigo alongside Rob Bennett. So congratulations to both of those gentlemen, in particular Ryan, who becomes our 2026 Sam Cheatley medalist, and of course with a finals campaign to come. So congratulations to you, Ryan. That concludes the count for the Sam Cheatley medal and also for the entire program of vote counts. Congratulations to all of our winners. And of course, we move into another week of finals, not too far away from grand final day. And of course, do not bring your dogs to the grounds over the finals period. Otherwise, you will be turned away. Presentation night will be coming up on Monday, August the 29th. Evening out at the Bendigo Club, and we look forward to seeing you all there as well. Congratulations to all of the winners and runners-up and those who polled votes tonight, and good luck for the remainder of the season for those teams still playing in finals. We look forward to seeing you over the next couple of weeks as we enjoy the culmination of the 2026 Heathcote District Netball Football Netball League season for 2026.